Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I am an acting coach and I have no idea what I'm getting into today. This is Jungkook. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not, so please forgive me. I mean no disrespect. He's singing Let There Be Love. I'm pretty sure it's a solo performance, but I also am pretty sure that this is a young man who is a part of the group BTS. I'm not a huge fan of K-pop. I don't listen to a lot of K-pop. I've done some Blackpink on the channel, but I've always felt kind of conflicted about it because I hear some really bad stories. I hear some horror stories about what it's like for these artists. I'm just kind of on the fence because I don't know a lot about it, but this one just published. Like, this popped up on my YouTube feed. It said it's been up for 5 hours. So I'm excited to jump into it. I want to see what kind of performance I get from this guy. What kind of, I don't know if it's going to be hip hop, if it's going to be like an R&B thing, some kind of ballad, if it's going to be rockish. I have no idea what to expect. I've never even heard BTS. I don't think. I'm sure I've heard them feature with people before, but I don't know them at all. So consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check the description for different ways to support the channel, including my social media links. You check out the Patreon or the PayPal is down there where you can jump the line for a reaction. That means basically you offer a donation and then you give me something to react to. And depending on what the donation is, I have between 3 and 5 or up to 15 days to get the reaction done just for you in that time frame. But thank you to those who have been supporting the channel up till now. I could not do this without you 100%. This is a huge time commitment. There's a lot of investment. There's a lot that goes into creating these videos. I really love doing it. And you guys, those of you who have supported the channel, are the reason I'm still doing it now and will be able to continue doing it in the future. Over 34K now, hitting 35 soon. Looking forward to 50K. Be a part of that. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell icon. This is Jungkook maybe singing Let There Be Love in the live lounge.
Who kicked a hole in the sky so the heavens would cry over me? Who stole the soul from the sun and the words come undone at the seams?
Lovely, nice.
Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Let there be love. Now come on, baby blue, strike up your tired eye. The world is waiting for you. May all your dreaming feel the empty sky.
Something I want to say jumping into this is the first time I've ever heard him sing. There's a lot going on physically that's really kind of interesting. He's got the kind of posture, the kind of persona that I would expect him to have singing this kind of song with this type of message. There are little things happening when he's not actually vocalizing that happen right between the moments between this verse and that verse, or whatever the case may be, when his eyes will widen and he'll kind of look to the side and the expression changes. Or what that reads as for me is that he's considering his words. Right? It's almost like you're having a conversation with somebody. They don't have the whole thing written out in front of them. They're not just simply reciting something that they've memorized. They're considering what to say next. They're having a thought. They say this and they say that, and then they remember something that happened and they think about that and they go, oh, and then there's this thing, and they think about something else, and then there's this thing that they kind of move into that area of conversation. And that's how people communicate. We say one thing, it leads us to something else mentally. We sort of absorb that, we sort of live that moment mentally, and then it comes out of us verbally. And it's a really, really cool thing to see him do in this particular performance, because obviously he has the song memorized 100%, but he's not simply just reciting it to us. He's communicating, he's having a conversation, he's considering the lyrics, and he has moments, he has something, some events, some circumstances, some people, there's something he's connected to internally that he has connected these lyrics to, and that he's playing those beats, as we actors would say. He's playing those beats beautifully. And I just wanted to mention that before we move forward, because it's really well done. Beautiful job. Right there.
But if it makes you happy, keep on.
He just looks defeated.
And just remember, I'll be by your side. And if you don't let go, it's gonna pass you
So gentle. Lovely.
Kicked the hole in the sky so the heavens would cry over me.
Very fragile, beautiful. And a sad look. Hold on, did you guys see that look? Look at this look as he opens his eyes. He delivers the line "me," and then he looks down and opens his eyes and kind of looking off. And there's just so much sadness in his face. Right there. That's so beautiful. So subtle.
So from the sun in the world come undone at the seams.
So there's a lot of color on that word "seems."
Let there be love.
A little more emphasis, a little more power.
Let there be love. Oh, let there be love.
And he means these words. He's giving them a lot of conviction.
Let there be love. Let there be love.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful job. Like, I'm really impressed. I would have, okay, that's not my favorite, but that's okay. I probably would have preferred that he held that just a little bit longer. I get it. They're in a studio session. They're recording inside of whatever that space is. It doesn't feel super intimate, but just as an audience member, at the very least, until the instrumentation is done, I'm a firm believer that you need to hold the intention, hold the emotion, hold the character, at least, at the very, very least, until the instrumentation is done, until the music has stopped, and then give it a beat before you just let the character go and come back. It makes me feel like that now. And as an audience member, if I were just watching, it would make me feel like, oh, he tricked me. He wasn't really feeling any of these emotions. He wasn't really experiencing this turmoil or these instances in his mind. He wasn't really going through. He wasn't living that moment. He was putting on a show and pretending. And now I feel lied to. I feel like I've been duped. I'm a little bit there right now. Got to admit, I was really impressed with the performance. Though his voice is beautiful. I think he did a really great job communicating. He may just be like, having done it the way they do it, or the way I've heard that they do it in the sort of K-pop world, they certainly train incredibly hard. I would like to think that a lot of that was sort of reactionary and instinctual. This was just an emotional thing, but it could have been completely choreographed from beginning to end. And this is kind of why I say it's important to hold on to that emotion, because the only reason I'm even questioning that is because he just dropped the character when he got done with the lyrics. He just dropped it. It's not even necessarily a bad thing if it is all choreographed, and if it was all performance, because he sold it so well, it's totally fine. Unless you give your audience a reason to question it, then it becomes an issue for me when it comes to performance and grading performance. I would have liked to have seen him hold that a little bit longer. That's literally my only gripe for the entire performance. This was Let There Be Love. Beautiful song. I think it was his original, right? So he's got some more from that live lounge performance. If you'd like to hear my opinion on them, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll give them a look and get the reactions up. If you'd like to hear my opinion on them sooner rather than later, you can always jump the line. The PayPal link is in the description. Shoot me an email and then pick which tier of Jump the Line you'd like, whether the standard Jump the Line or the express lane. Let me know, and I will get this reaction to you as quick as I possibly can. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here, spending this time with me and experiencing this with me. I really do appreciate it. Please remember, as always, to be kind to each other, and most importantly, be kind to yourself.